Christian author by the name of Frank Turek explains what happened after Charlie Kirk was shot. I have been hearing so many bad things about Charlie from people who disliked him, but that's not how Charlie should be remembered. Frank expressed some of the characteristics of Charlie, and it was interesting. Check it out.
Before honor, humility before honor. So let me relate some of the amazing characteristics of Charlie. Some of them you know, some of them you may not know if you didn't know him personally. First of all, you probably know, number one, and most importantly, he was all about Jesus. I love the fact that he was a 24/7, 365 Christian in every area of his life. I mean, I've been waiting for a leader in the political world to be sold out to Jesus and the gospel. Someone who wouldn't just refer to some sort of generic God up there, but to Jesus, the true God. Someone who knew that politics, while it's not our most important calling, affects our most important calling. And that is to preach the gospel and to make disciples of all nations, because laws that are put into place can actually restrict that ability. And so we have to be engaged. We also have to be engaged to love our neighbors. Charlie knew that to love our neighbors required us to pass laws that protected our neighbors from evil. And that's the number one role of government, to protect innocent people from evil. We talked about that a lot. It's Romans 13. The ruler does not bear the sword for nothing. He's supposed to punish wrongdoers, to keep innocent people protected. And I love that Charlie was someone who believed all that and had the skill and courage to do that on college campuses. Yet Charlie just said recently, this had to be about a month ago, he said recently, politics is peanuts compared to Jesus, unquote. It's important, but it's peanuts compared to Jesus. And he was absolutely right. In fact, donors would come up to Charlie at TPUSA, and some of you already know that TPUSA is over $100 million a year in donations because Charlie and his team are just so effective at what they do. And donors would come up to him and say, "Hey, Charlie, we love all this conservative stuff, but keep the Jesus stuff out of it." You know what Charlie told him? Give your money to somebody else. Because without Jesus, we're nothing. This is all about Jesus. Politics is an implication of Christianity. It's an implication. It's something we do because Christ saved us. It's something we do because we love our neighbors. But we want to get people saved and sanctified and then be salt and light. And Charlie would send me, and he'd send many of his other friends scriptures, usually about once a week, sometimes more often. Here are a few he sent in the past 3 months.
It's true. Politics is nothing compared to Jesus Christ. Like I said before, Charlie proclaimed Jesus all the time. People looked over that fact because they don't know God and thought Charlie was all these bad things. Frank talks about Charlie not compromising for money and worldly pleasures. Charlie set the example, and many people couldn't stand it. They couldn't accept the truth that Charlie gave to the world. Frank said that Erica Kirk wanted him to share his story to the world, and I think it was interesting. Check this out.
Now, here's what Erica wants me to relate on Sunday. This is going to be the hard part, but maybe also the comforting part. Charlie Kirk was literally like a son to me. I have 3 sons. He was like my 4th son. My 3 sons are a little bit older than Charlie. He was like my 4th son. So when he was hit, if your son got hit, what would you do? What would you do? I got in the car because if there was any way I could save him, I had to do something. And I couldn't just take him. You guys got it. So they got him into the side of the car. It was an SUV. It was the SUV we took over. And I'm on one side, and there's actually some video of this. Somebody was taking video of this. I'm on one side of the car, the right side, and they're getting Charlie in. So I run over to the other side, but the guy who was dragging him in is now blocking that entrance. So at that point, I run around to the back. I pop the top the back gate open, and I jump in the back. The car lurches forward. Apparently somebody jumped in the car. So the car lurches forward. So I almost fall out of the car, or the SUV. Then I grab the thing and close it. And there's 5 of us in the car now. Justin's driving. Dan is up front with the GPS. Rick has got him. Rick's on my left, and Brian is there, and I'm coming over the back seat, and Charlie's laid out in front, just right in front of me. And Charlie's so tall, we can't close the door. We drove 4 miles, I don't know, it's 4 something miles, all the way to the hospital with the door open. To this day, I don't know how Brian stayed in the car, because we're just go, 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 go. We're trying to stop the bleeding. You saw it. And I'm yelling, come on, Charlie, come on, come on. Meanwhile, my phone is still on. My son and daughter-in-law are hearing this whole thing. And his security team, again, Justin, Dan, Brian, and Rick, they love Charlie. But they were much cooler than I mean, they're just carrying out, they're calmly, but they're swiftly doing exactly what they were trained to do. Rick starts praying out loud. I'm praying out loud. We're yelling, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. My son's hearing all this, and we're doing the best we can to navigate traffic. This is not a highway. We're on surface streets. And suddenly there's an ambulance coming toward us. And there was conversation in the car. Should we stop? We're like, no, just keep going. Just keep going. The doctor later said that was the right thing to do. Ambulance goes by us. We're still heading to the hospital, trying to get there. At one point, somebody says, let's get there in one piece, because we're cutting through intersections, we're just beeping the horn. This is not an emergency vehicle. There's no lights. There's none of this. And I go, we got to start CPR. So I try and start that. Now, Charlie wasn't there. His eyes were fixed. He wasn't looking at me. He was looking past me right into eternity. He was with Jesus already. He was killed instantly and felt absolutely no pain. That's what I was told later. But of course, we had to try. And by the way, there was just nothing any of us could do about it. We were giving him CPR, but nothing was happening. It wasn't like if we had better first aid or we had better medical facilities or we were faster to the hospital, we could have saved him. We couldn't. So if that's any comfort at all, Charlie didn't suffer. He was gone. He was with Jesus, absent from the body, present with the Lord. That's where he was. Now, it is true, when we got to the hospital and they started working on him right away, they did get a pulse back.
The details that Frank is explaining had to be hard to witness and be a part of. I'm glad that Charlie didn't have to suffer, but that he was able to see Jesus right away. This is comforting, and I can tell Frank has had some type of relief while knowing that Charlie didn't have to suffer. Obviously, Frank and Charlie were close, so this hits hard for him. He even admits that he had a bad feeling before the debate even started. That's really interesting to hear. I just want people to continue to pray for Charlie's family and those close to him.